Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show. I'm your host, Erika, and I'm thrilled to be joined with Jon Hilley, the owner and CEO of 1031specialist.com. Jon's been crushing it in the real estate space, and he has lots of information about how to navigate those complex 1031 exchanges. Jon, it's so great to have you today.
It's awesome being here. Thanks, and thanks for everyone to listen.
So for our listeners who aren't that familiar with you yet and what you do, can you give us a quick rundown? What's your focus and who do you serve?
Yeah, so you're a real estate investor, you own a property, and you're about to sell it. You have one of two choices. You either sell and pay up to 40% of your gains in taxes to the US government, or you do a 1031 exchange and defer those taxes. If you'd like to do a 1031 exchange, you are required to hire a firm called a qualified intermediary. That is us. That is what we do. We play a very narrow role in your bigger real estate transaction, but if you hire us, you can get the tax benefit. And so I founded 1031 Specialists a little over 2 years ago. And in 2 short years, we are a top 10 firm in the industry already. And we really care that our clients have success. So whatever we can do to make your transaction successful, to make sure that you retain that tax benefit, that is our number one goal.
So I know we have some listeners that are new to this. Can you go into it more? What exactly makes the 1031 such a powerful tool that people should be considering?
1031 is probably the most powerful tool in real estate to compound your wealth. Now, these rules are, this policy, these rules are absolutely not new. They've been around in this country really since the end of World War I, more than 100 years. And a 1031 exchange allows you to sell your investment property. And if you hit a couple of key deadlines, which we'll get into, and you purchase another investment property inside of 180 days, you get to defer those taxes. Okay. And the taxes they're not just federal taxes. So it's not just the 15 or 20% federal taxes that anyone is subject to. You're subject to, when you sell an investment property, up to 4 layers of tax. That includes the federal tax, any state tax, which in California is 13.3%. It includes this thing called net investment income tax. And then there's another one called depreciation recapture tax. So all 4 layers of tax can add up to 40%. And with a 1031 exchange, you get to defer every single one of them. And so what does that mean practically? Well, let's say you've owned a building for, 15 years, and you've got $1 million of gains in this building, okay? Well, if you're sitting in California, the next time you pay your tax bill, you're gonna pay $400,000 just on that property sale.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Or you hire a qualified intermediary like 1031 specialists. You hit the 2 key exchange deadlines and swap into a different investment property, like a more productive investment property, and you get to defer the entire $400,000 in taxes. So the way I think about this is it is a totally free lunch that the US government provides to real estate investors. Why do they do that? Well, they want to incentivize investment in real estate and building in this country, right? And so the thing about the 1031 exchange is it's really simple to execute. All you have to do is plan and prepare ahead. And a lot of our clients, especially with the BBB, the bill that just passed, the game really is, let me buy an investment property with a higher basis, okay? Let me depreciate it down. When I depreciate it down to 0 because of the bonus depreciation rules, let me swap into a bigger, better investment property, a higher cash flow producing property. And you keep doing this over and over and over again in your career, and you're going to be left with a lot more money at the end of your career. And so it's a really powerful tool for investors to basically defer those taxes. And the way I think about that is it is a 0 interest loan from the US government. So it's a tax deferral strategy so you can keep your money working for you, invest in bigger and more productive properties, and be more successful at the end of your career.
That's great. Wow. That can really be a game changer for people out there. And I know you yourself, you have a lot of experience in the real estate and investing state, and you've done a lot of deals. What advice would you have for people to keep things running smoothly with having so many things going on?
The trick to being successful is just planning and preparing ahead. And, there are, when you do a 1031 exchange, you just got to do a couple of things right, okay? You have to hire a qualified intermediary prior to closing, okay? A firm like mine. You've got to identify what you want to purchase inside of the 45 days after the close of the sale of your first property. And then you've got 135 days following day 45, so it's 180 days total, to successfully purchase one or more of the properties you identified, okay? So sometimes those timelines are concerning for people, but here's what I say to that, okay? You live in a condo or a home and it's your primary home. And let's say you sell it tomorrow. Does that mean the day after you're going to be homeless? Probably not, right? Because you've planned ahead. Where are you going to live next? And the same is true for your investment properties in a 1031 exchange. Use the time in advance of selling your property to plan ahead. Many of our clients will sell on a Monday and close on their replacement property on Wednesday. And the reason they're able to do that is because they've thought through what they want to purchase next. And there's many strategies that we can talk about how to be efficient at doing that and how to sort of mitigate that timeline risk if that's something you're concerned about.
You talked about there kind of being this timeline that you have to follow. And I know you've done a lot of these. Have you ever had a moment where you've had to pivot fast?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors. and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I think especially in this environment that we're in today, it's quite a bit more challenging, right? Because there's a huge bid-ask spread between what the seller wants and what the buyer is willing to pay. And so unlocking those opportunities is quite a bit more difficult today than it was maybe, 10 years ago. Here's what you can do, okay? You can, before you even sell your investment property that is, the sort of marks the start of your exchange timeline, you can get your replacement property under contract and just make it contingent on the sale, right? Some of our clients, our more sophisticated clients, will purchase options on a property. So basically paying an amount upfront to someone that says, I have the option to purchase this property at this price inside of the next 6 months. So options are available for people. Some of our ultra high net worth clients are even doing reverse exchanges, okay, where you can go and buy your replacement property first and sell your current investment property within 6 months to complete your exchange. So there's all these different things you can do to mitigate those timelines. But yeah, sometimes, diligence fails and it's close to the wire and you've got to hustle. But here's what I tell people, okay? If you've got a $250,000 tax bill coming, for most people in this country, that is a full year's worth of salary, okay? So treat this like a full-time job until you get it done, because that tax impact is so significant that it matters so much to your ability to continue compounding your wealth tax-free, right? And there's a table that I've put out on social, on X, and it sort of walks through the math of choosing to pay tax each time on your transaction versus choosing to defer the tax and do a 1031 exchange. And so same starting equity, same gains each time, and the only difference is the tax bill that you're paying, okay? And if you do one transaction, there's obvious benefits there. But when you do one 1031 and then another 1031, and you keep doing them because there is no limit to the number of 1031s that you can do, the amount of compounding that happens there is extraordinary. And you will be millions of dollars wealthier at the end of your career if you choose to do a 1031 versus choose to pay the tax each time. That's just what the math says. So yeah, I think it is, there are things to navigate. There are challenges that always come up in a deal, but treat this like a full-time job because it is worth it.
That's really solid advice, Jon. When we were talking earlier, you were talking about how you have lots of partners. I know a lot of our listeners are always looking to connect with people, build a network. What kind of advice do you have for them?
Don't be shy. I mean, a lot of this business is built by us reaching out to brokers that have deal flow and other advisors, whether they're financial advisors, CPAs, attorneys. And people are human. They actually really like taking those calls, especially brokers, which if you can build up as a real estate investor, your broker network, you will see a lot more deal flow, okay? And those brokers, what do they do all day for their job? They cold call. Cold call them. Say hi. Say, hey, I've got this amount of money. I'm looking to do a trade in the next 12 months at in this area at this price. Who do you know that can help me, or can you help me? And I think sort of unshackling yourself from the fear of calling someone you don't know will generate just an enormous number of opportunities that you won't see just looking online.
Yeah, I love that. You were you were literally flipping the script by cold calling them. So you're on that call now. What are you looking for in a good broker?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I think, for us, it's a bit about qualifying the broker, right? And understanding, what they're doing and what they're seeing in their business. And, it's really like the 80-20 rule of life, right? Where there's 100,000-ish commercial real estate brokers in the country, and 20% of them are doing most of the volume, right? And so you need to know that, and especially in that business where there's quite a bit of turnover just because it's so hard. It's really hard to make 100 calls a day and do that for years and years and years. But yeah, finding the people that are doing, big volume, finding the people that not only are, doing a lot of volume and transaction work, but that really serve as advisors to their clients. It is one thing to go into a listing appointment with someone that is very wealthy, that owns a building, and says, here's the marketing I'm going to do, here's the comps, here's where I'm going to sell this at for you, choose me. Okay? It's a whole nother thing for the broker to take the content that we provide to them and say, hey, investor, like, of course this is table stakes. Of course I'm going to sell your building. Here's the marketing plan. Here's all this stuff. I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about, what do you want to do once you sell your building? Do you want to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax, or would you prefer to defer those taxes? And if so, let's talk about what's next for you. What's your next investment opportunity or area you're looking in? And let me see where I can be helpful. And so for us, the best partners for us kind of take the advisory approach in their ethos and in their entire business, because that's really playing the long-term game. And so that's what we look for specifically in partners. But yeah, and they're looking for, in reverse, they're looking for a qualified intermediary that answers the call on the third ring, that will pick up the phone on Saturday at 8 p.m. to answer urgent questions, and that cares deeply about the client experience.
That's great. I love what you were saying there. There's so many nuggets to take from there about who you decide to partner with. That it can make or break things with your business.
Absolutely.
Given your expertise, if someone is new in investing, what kind of advice would you give them, knowing that they have the 1031 exchange available to them?
I think I invest in real estate, and the really sophisticated families I know invest in real estate largely for the tax benefits. Okay, use the tax code to your advantage, whether that is the new bonus depreciation rules, okay, whether that's the 1031 exchange, in whatever ways you can find the right CPA and financial advisor to show you the way, even when you're starting out early. Do that, okay? The tax code is written to incentivize certain behavior. And one of those behaviors is really the building and investment of real estate in this country. So let's recognize that. Let's use that to our benefit. And man, like, why would we not? That's what the most sophisticated people in the world are doing. That's why the rules are written the way they are. So my advice is really less on what you buy and where you buy it and what dynamics you're looking for, whether you're looking for appreciation or cash flow or whatever. It's more about whatever you want to do and whatever niche you want to invest in. Look at the tax implications of doing it and how to mitigate the taxes in every single way that you can. And you're going to be way better off.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly. Well, John, we are so glad that you've been here dropping all this knowledge. Before we go, if someone wants to reach out, learn more about what you're doing, maybe they need services related to their 1031, what's the best way to get in touch?
I'm here, my team is here to basically, we don't sell anything. We consult and we try to be helpful as you're thinking through whatever is best for you. And the easiest way to reach out is you can visit our website, 1031 specialists with an S on the end.com. You can call us 631 get 1031 or 631 438 1031. Or you can shoot me an email, and I'm Jon, Jon, at 1031 specialists with an S at the end.com. And yeah, hit me with any questions. All we do pretty much all day long is free consultations for people that have questions or want to think through a different structure that they're doing. And our job is to make you more successful as a real estate investor.
I love that. John, we need more folks like you doing things the right way and helping people build that wealth and keep it.
Thanks, Erika.
For everyone listening, if you got value from this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the Real Estate Pros Show. We've got more conversations lined up with heavy hitters like John who are out there building amazing businesses and helping others. We'll catch you on the next one. So great having you, John.
Thanks, Erika.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.